Hey guys, we are back with another episode. You already know who it is. It's your girl Taylor.
And Lex is here as well. And it's episode 27.
Yeah, I missed y'all.
Another sober one. We gonna have to make up for all these sober episodes. One of these episodes
We're gonna
in the
come
future,
back with a wild
we gonna
one.
get trashy. Coke,
Trashy.
heroin, some.
See, when you be taking shit too
They
far.
should know when we're joking.
I don't think they know when you joking.
But they should know. I feel like y'all should know.
But yeah, I feel like the next one we like kind of lit on, it's gonna be lit. So yeah. But take these sober ones. Hey, we trying to do right.
We are.
Okay.
Damn.
I know.
I ain't seen you in a minute.
I know. I haven't seen you in a minute either.
You don't have an accent.
I don't have an accent.
Did you even really do Europe right? Like,
I think I did do Europe right. I just don't have an accent. I ate so good. The pizza there, y'all. Y'all know I love pizza. It's so good, Lex. That might be their best like thing that I had there.
Okay, because I wasn't sure, and I was terrible at geography, so Europe, France, London. I don't be knowing where is what, but
they're all in Europe.
Okay, London is in France?
No,
France is in London.
Those are cities.
Oh, okay,
so theirs is like cities, kind of.
Gotcha. I'm thinking states.
See,
okay,
we have states.
Well, I heard that their food, and it's only because our stuff is so like processed that when you go over there,
it's fresh,
and it doesn't. Some people say it lacks like as much taste, but it's because we're so used to artificial. So I wasn't sure what the food experience was going to be, but it was good.
It was really good. It was fresh, y'all. We had McDonald's twice.
And it was better than regular McDonald's?
And it was way better.
I've never known you to just eat McDonald's.
We didn't either, but we saw a TikTok and it was like somebody was trying it. It was like the McDonald's in London is really good. So it was like, we got to try it. But it was some late night shit. It was
What'd
like,
you order?
The first day I ordered a cheeseburger.
Okay.
And then I seen Janae order a quarter pounder. I was like, damn, I should have got that. So next I was like, give me a quarter pounder. Bitch, that shit was it still tasted like McDonald's, but it was just fresher. Okay. You know, like you could tell they put effort into their food. Now, the fries wasn't good because it tasted like they didn't really fry them. They kind of like baked them. Like, you know how you put fries in the oven? Mm-hmm. So it was just kind of like, I guess, healthier, their food over there. Like, I had a salmon and like some mashed potatoes. It just tasted fresh. Okay. Like everything was just fresh. The hookahs was good. The weed was okay. It wasn't the greatest, but...
Oh, y'all copped? Okay.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Was it hard? Did y'all just find... How fast before y'all...
That day. That day. How did we get... So we was going into like a little hookah bar, and it was a nigga outside. You know, we just was like, hey, bro, where the ganja? Hey, they say ganja over there.
Okay.
Yeah, and he got us some, and we was about to get into the Uber like an hour later, and somebody else was walking by. We was like, damn, that shit smell good. So we like, kind of pulled him over, and he gave us a little second. So we had like options. Okay. By the time we ended up, and it lasted us like the whole trip.
But it wasn't that good.
It wasn't great.
I've never heard anybody rap about
I like
London
stuff
weed.
like that though. Like this is perfect for me because, bitch, I had an edible there. Like, so I was so fucked up. That shit fucked me up bad.
How many times do we have to do edibles to realize
to
we don't
like,
really like edible? Every
Yeah.
time I do an edible, every time you do an edible, it's always like, I'm not doing this
no more.
But if you bring out like a gummy sour or something and tell me it's an edible, I mean, it could not be an edible. If you bring out a gummy sour anything, I'm like,
that's what it was.
I want some. Exactly. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat. See, like, I don't do like baked goods edibles. I don't like brownies and cookies and stuff. But you bring out like
a sour,
a Laffy Taffy or some shit, bitch. I'm like,
yeah, but no, it was amazing, y'all. I'm going back and I'm going shopping.
I heard the shopping was great.
The shopping was amazing. I got so much shit. We all got a lot of shit. It's just cheaper. They have this store called, I think it's like Prima or something like that. And it's like a H&M Forever 21. Bitch, we was in there for like 5 hours. Damn. We was in there for like, it's so fucking cheap, Lex. Like, I swear, like a little piece of clothing here will probably be like $40. There is like $17.
So, okay, that's cool. The food, the shopping, all that sounds amazing. Can we get into the niggas?
So
was the niggas, how was they looking?
We was in like the nice part. That's what they said. Where we was staying was in like the nice part.
Okay.
So we ain't really see no niggas like that. We seen
you mean like there weren't a lot of black people in the nice part?
It wasn't a lot of black people. Damn. But what London does have is a lot of freaking Asians, and not just like the Chinese, like all like the brown people. You know, like I don't know what culture, but you know they all be from Asia. So it's a lot of Asians like over there. So it was a lot of fine Asians.
You know, was they looking kind of like a little black? Like, you know, Asians be having like the little face.
Not
sometimes.
Black. They was looking like Arabic or like kind of.
I mean, like they're like swag. Like, was it giving? You know, you can see an Asian and he got kind of like a black swag and he a little cuter than like a normal. Sorry if this is problematic.
I don't really remember, but I did see a lot of the females. They was dressing. Okay. Like I was definitely paying attention to that. They was dressing cute as fuck.
I know this is a long catch up, but what was the weather?
It was beautiful.
Was it cold, chilly?
It was chilly.
Okay.
During the day, it was like 70. At night, it was like 59, 60, like windy, breezy. It was cold. Perfect.
Okay.
I kind of packed for the weather. Like all my stuff was long sleeves.
Okay.
So at one point, I was never cold. Ever. So it was beautiful though.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm going back. I'm trying to go back.
That sounds good. Okay.
Yeah. But what's your catch up? What you been up to? Enough about me.
Well, not as exciting as yours. I switched to a new deodorant.
Okay.
Without aluminum.
Okay.
And bitch, you know when they say you go to a natural deodorant, you kind of stink a little bit. So I don't stink, but I'm sweating still. And I'm like, does the deodorant not work? And apparently without the aluminum, like aluminum is what kind of stops your glands from sweating. It's not necessarily healthy, but you don't sweat. And it's like, no, this deodorant makes you not stink, but you're gonna
still have the
sweat
body
like
oil.
Normal because it's natural. And I'm just like, I might need to get some aluminum back in my shit because I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially thick girls. You know, we thick girls. It's different for us.
I'm slim thick.
Period.
I thought you were going to call me delusional.
No, hell no. Period.
Other than that, bitch, I got back on Hinge because I've officially moved on. I'm like, this last one, I feel like I only was acting all heartbroken because I kind of felt like
it was over.
Or that's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you used to doing that.
This is the phase. I fuck with this nigga. I fall in love. I leave and I'm sad and I talk about it. But bitch, I didn't cry once. And I'm just like, okay, bitch, you're just trying to stay committed to the shtick. It's okay to let it. It's okay to let it go.
Let it go. Set it free.
So I got on Hinge, girl, and
how was that?
I feel like a new batch of icks opened up for me.
Okay.
And maybe we'll talk about it on another episode because I want to compile a list of things that I'm just like, I didn't even know that I didn't like this shit. But I connected with a couple guys and we exchanged numbers off of there. Girl, that didn't go well. I exchanged numbers with this one guy. We were talking on Wednesday. We're going back and forth. I'm like, okay, cool.
Last Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday morning, he sends me his number. I'm at work. I'm like, okay, cool. So we start texting. And girl, I ended up going to a happy hour with a couple of my friends at work. And walking up to the restaurant, I get a phone call. I didn't answer the phone call. Then I got a FaceTime from him. I got a phone call. So I didn't answer the first one. I answered the second one. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm headed to happy hour, blah, blah, blah. Thinking okay, cool. He's like, oh, that's cool. So that means you can talk. And I'm just like, okay. So we're trying to find the place. We're on the phone. He's like, where you going? Oh, I told him the name of the place was Pachangas. He was like, oh, do you know what that is? Have you seen Carlito's Way? And I'm like, no, I haven't seen Carlito's. He's trying to have a conversation. So finally I'm like, okay, I'm going to go. He's like, cool. Send me a picture. No, he was like, FaceTime me before you go. I was like, no, I'm just going to go. He's like, well, send me a picture. I'm like, cool. So we sit down. I end up taking a little picture and sending it to him. I'm thinking we're just going to text while I'm there. Girl, this nigga FaceTimes me. So I answer the FaceTime thinking it's going to be a quick, hey, I'm still out here, but I'll hit you up. Girl, he's really trying to stay on the phone. Meanwhile, I see my homegirls, I'm on FaceTime and they whispering. And so I'm trying to get this nigga off the phone, girl. And I get off the phone and I go, damn, I kind of feel like this nigga is a bugaboo. And they was like, girl, we was just saying the same thing. He's a little needy.
Yeah.
I kid you not. On the way home, he did text me, "What you doing?" I didn't respond. And then by the time I get home, my phone, when I get into a certain radius of my house, it automatically goes on like personal focus mode, which is just like DND or whatever. Girl, when I tell you, if I pull up bitch. So that was the first call I missed.
Lex, block him.
Bitch,
for real.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Lex, block that nigga.
Bitch, I did block him. I unmatched him and I blocked him because what the fuck is that?
Fucking creepy as hell.
Girl.
You know, I'll be watching crazy shows.
Bitch. I was like, I might as well hit Comedian Bay back up. I'm just kidding.
See, no, we're not doing that. No. No.
But other than that, I just been cooling it. Got my hair braided.
It's cute.
Thank you. Look. Tell you was out of town.
I know. It's cool.
Y'all know she my braider. So she like, I see you got your hair done. But yeah, so that's about it.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Well, you ready to get into some topics?
Oh, let's do intuition. My intuition told me to block that nigga.
Okay.
Because that was creepy.
Do I have an intuition? I don't really think I got an intuition. Yeah, I've been on my workout shit. That's my intuition. I've been doing so good eating, y'all. Like, it's shocking me.
You mean like outside of the McDonald's?
Yeah. Vacation don't count.
That is true.
But like, as far as like me not Uber eating, if y'all look at my phone and see how many times I used to like DoorDash and Uber Eats, it's crazy. Like, I used to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But like, I really been like cooking and like healthy cooking these last couple of weeks. So that's my intuition. Just like keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm not seeing progress, but I feel the progress. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that matters.
Yeah. That's all that matters. That's the motivation to keep going. Okay. Let's get into some topics. First topic of the episode: judging your partner off of their friends. So my sister went on a little double date the other day. Fun. Yeah. And she was like, the dude she was with invited one of his homeboys and her girl. Well, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. That sounds what you typically do on a first date. And she was like, the couple was so ratchet. Like,
both of them.
They went to our little spot. I put her on our little spot.
Our spot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it's nice in there. Girl, while she was like, they were trying to put weed in the hookah. I was like, I'm not even that ghetto. Like, she was like, the people had to come up to them and like be like, can y'all stop? And they still doing it. She was like, they was just acting so ratchet. And she was just so embarrassed. So I'm like, yo nigga brought them. Are you judging? Like, your friends? Your niggas' friends?
And was he embarrassed too, or was he going along with it?
She said they was both kind of on some like, y'all need to chill out type shit.
Okay.
You know? So I'm like, okay, cool. That do give him kudos. But, you know, just say you out somewhere, you do meet a nigga, y'all been dating for a little while, you finally get around his friends, and you see his friends is kind of like, they don't move how you been seeing your nigga move, or they don't move how you and your friends move. Does that kind of like alter the decision of how you look at your boo?
Definitely.
Okay.
I've judged a nigga off his family. Like, these motherfuckers is ratchet as fuck. I'm not, no. Yeah, definitely judge a nigga off his friends. I mean, niggas do it to us all the time.
I agree.
The whole birds of a feather. She hanging around all these hoes. You think she's the one that's not a hoe. Like, I be having to hear all those talking points.
Yeah.
I don't know. And you agree, clearly.
I do agree. I'm not gonna lie. I would try to like not let that hinder me into like me being a reason to cut him off. Like, I will try to look past that, but I could just see me hanging out with your friends again, and then something like this irritates me, and I'm just like, I can't do this.
I'm gonna get to the point where you just skip out on hanging with his friends, and then it's almost like you're putting y'all's relationship like in a box.
Exactly.
Because naturally then he not coming to hang out with your friends. So the only time y'all hang out is when y'all are together.
It's just y'all two.
And then it's like
that's not really, especially when y'all always hanging out with y'all friends. It's like, this is no fun. We can't go to parties together, you know? Yeah, it's just not, that would have threw me all the way off.
No, definitely.
Yeah,
But I mean, imagine if somebody judged you because of me.
Nobody ever did that though.
That's true. I think I know how to turn it on and turn it off. But I would say for the most part, I think all your other friends are kind of the same vibe as you. I think I might be a little different.
You are, for sure.
And so it's like, okay. I mean, it's possible to have a friend that's like completely different from you.
No, that's true.
And it not mean, so. But I mean, if it's all of them, like let's say you talking to a nigga and all his friends are like incels or like, I don't want to explain it. Like Kevin Samuels followers and like, oh, bitches are the worst. They're all gold diggers. I would be so turned off by that because I know you think like them. Like that's what you're thinking too. Like, why are they so angry at women? This is kind of concerning.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I don't think a nigga would want to fuck with a bitch who the girl was always like, niggas ain't shit. Fuck niggas. Niggas are the worst thing in the world. He gonna be looking at his bitch like,
that's how you think?
Is this how you think? Like, I'm gonna always have to be defending my
the
kind
niggas when
to
I'm
you?
around you and your homegirls.
So I think it's natural. I think it's only right. I think we all kind of
do naturally be like, I'm gonna keep my eye on that friend.
Yeah, we judge anybody by the company they keep.
Yeah, that's true. Because even y'all, like, not saying I'm just like, y'all bring around people and I'm just judgmental, but definitely if y'all or we bring around new people, we definitely kind of like, all right, let me sit back and see.
But I know the people not to bring around my friends. Like, I have one homegirl that I've told you about. I'm not bringing her around y'all. Yeah. Because I know that's not gonna mix. And she not finna embarrass. Like, one-on-one, we're great. You're not finna embarrass me in front of that's the problem with your sister's guy. He should know which friend
to bring on a double date.
So why would he bring? He knew that nigga don't know how to act. Like, nigga, you should have brought a different friend with you.
Wrong friend. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so speaking of judging people, like your partners off of the company they keep, how much does the world's view on your partner matter to you?
The world's view?
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't care? You get with a nigga and he's like the best thing in the world, but how he's known around town is like a hoe or some shit. Maybe he like a promoter or something. I don't know, but he mixy and he just everybody knows him as a hoe or everybody knows him as the nigga that always owes somebody $5. You ain't seen that behavior.
I'm gonna try to speak hypothetical because this is definitely not a nigga that I would date.
Oh, you speaking of Rod? You speaking of Rod?
This is hard. Because I feel like deep down, I really don't care about the outside world, like on their opinion, you know? And I remember dating one of my exes, like this nigga being locked up. I feel like a lot of people was judging me, but I ain't give a fuck. Like judging him, like what damn, not you with a nigga who locked up, like thinking he a bad person, thinking he's not a good person because he's incarcerated. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. Like,
I was gonna disagree, but I'm biased because I knew him. I'm like, I didn't think that of you.
Right, you didn't think that.
But I can see niggas saying that to you, but they trying to throw salt on
exactly.
On game.
But females and like not my closest friends, but I've been in conversations with women and they like, why you with that nigga? And I'm like, bitch, that ain't got shit to do with you.
I could see that because you were young, you were graduating college. They're probably like, you're gonna stay by him and your life is ahead of you. And okay, I could see that happening.
Yeah, so I mean, and that situation at that time, I did not think I was doing anything wrong, which I still don't. And I don't care what the world was thinking about me. I'm still gonna move on my accord.
It didn't bother you at all? Sometimes
to
hear it or make you double think?
No, not at all. I never had to second guess myself, So yeah, I don't think the outside world were like really hinder my opinion on who I date. Would you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of that. But sometimes the outside world do be right. Like I said, I always tell you, talking to niggas from out of town is always tricky to me because I don't want to be talking to a nigga who got ran out of his city for like snitching or like
some lame
shit. And then now I'm happy as fuck with this nigga in Atlanta. And then like, let's say I visit him going back home and now they're like, oh, you a snitch Rick? That's crazy. I'm be like, wait. Y'all call this nigga Snitch Rick. Like, I don't want to be with Snitch Rick.
I think I met a nigga online one time.
Named Snitch Rick?
And he was so fine. I talked to him because, you can only go off pictures. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was lame in his hometown.
And that matters.
And like, once I started getting to know him, I'm like, yeah, I could tell you was a lame ass nigga in high school and you got a little money and now you feeling yourself.
Or even think about like, I'm thinking about this one Sigma from ASU.
Ooh.
Imagine you get with a nigga like, do you know who I'm talking about, bitch? I don't know if you do, because a few of them was lame.
I know, but y'all know who you're talking about.
All.
I know he stayed in South Hall.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, he did.
But imagine
I would cry.
Exactly.
If somebody showed me video footage of him and Kyle, I would be like, oh my God.
So do you want to walk that back, miss? The worldview doesn't matter? Because it does. Maybe not when you're in love with a nigga,
I'm gonna keep
but
it only because I ain't gonna lie. I still talk to that nigga. Like I was fucking with him. Like so if I really fuck with you, fuck the outside world. I really don't give a fuck.
So I'm saying this because we both watched the latest season of Love is Blind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know because they be having like different countries, but Love is Blind America, and we all know Clay and AD. So did you see he popped out with, of all people, Celina Powell?
Who is this? I don't know who this is. She looked like a thought, and I don't mean to say thought, but she don't look like somebody that I would want to show my mama.
Think of Cat Stacks ran so she could walk. You don't remember Cat Stacks?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Was she like a porn star?
Cat Stacks was like a... I don't want like hoe in the real sense. Like she was like an actual hoe, and she was proud.
Okay.
And she was built crazy because she kept getting surgery, and I think she was like a super duper cokehead. And I don't know how to explain it, but Cat Stacks was a character. Celina Powell is like her. She's known. Yes, that's Celina Powell. That's not Cat Stacks. That's Celina. But she's been known. So she slept with multiple celebrities, and she always exposes them. A while back, she came after Snoop before. He tried to deny he ever slept with her. She was proudly with academics. Fuck, I wish I could.
Academics?
Fetty Wap. I know, right? It's like she purposely like goes for clout. And then she always exposes it. So she's the one who actually ended up posting them all booed up. He's never posted it. Like she does this all the time. And like, so niggas like to like love her in private and be all on her. And then she exposes them and everybody tries to act like, oh my God, ew, Celina Powell. So bottom of the barrel. Anyways, everybody knows now that this nigga has been fucking with Celina Powell and people are judging the fuck out of him. And I'm just like, what if he really likes her? Could you be with somebody that has a reputation like that, but when y'all are in y'all most intimate moments, y'all's one-on moments, the outside world doesn't matter, you have fallen in love with this person? Does that outweigh what everybody thinks when you step out with them?
Yeah. I mean, if this person make you feel like you on top of the world and like deep down inside, hey, y'all know my motto.
I couldn't do it, bitch.
Fucked up people need love too, okay?
We don't even like when niggas send other bitches money and now these bitches know that you got the nigga that's sending other bitches money, but he with you.
But that's me.
I don't know, man.
That's me. Listen, I wouldn't talk to a nigga who be on no weird shit like that. But if somebody want to date them, they gotta date somebody. Okay. You know? So, hey, I'm not judging, but I'm judging because that bitch look weird from what I just seen.
You know who is judging? His mama. His mama put out a statement. His mama
80 dodged a bullet.
She did. His mama. Oh, and that's not the only. So I think he might be. I don't know. Maybe this is a hot to know.
Oh. It's giving because she like a man.
I think that's her mugshot.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hot take. Oh, this might be, you might have heard it here first. I think he might be getting into like porn or OnlyFans because he also
that makes sense.
Was seen with this girl named Willow Ryder. She went on a vacation with her. She's less known, but she is also, if you go to her page, very much so OnlyFans girl, ass out, titties out, all that stuff. So it's like either he just, first off, I don't know why he was on Love is Blind. He shouldn't have been on there at all.
Yeah, it just
because that nigga ain't looking for love.
That's what I'm like.
He's trying to have, and that's fine. But he putting on this. I saw him go on to Poor Minds podcast.
I did too. I didn't listen though.
This is exactly why I don't like.
He show his ass.
No. This is why I don't like niggas like him. He was very soft-spoken and level-headed, and
then be the serial killers.
Therapy, and any nigga that mentions that he's in therapy within the first, like, or without me even asking, the first 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
My ex used to do that shit. He went to therapy, and though I'm sure he did go to therapy, but like he just weaponized that shit more. So he just learned how to manipulate better. Clay,
my therapist says,
girl, I was like, I was beefing with his therapist.
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all,
like, who is this bitch?
Fuck Frederick.
Let me go.
Oh, all of a sudden I got an attitude and it'll be, well, my therapist says I shouldn't engage. Fuck that nigga, because he don't fucking, like, do he know what you be doing? Like, that nigga picking sides. But yeah, I don't, man, Clay, man, they was like, wow, so much growth. Like, girl, and then this nigga showed his ass like this. I said, exactly. Man, I would rather a loud, shameless, not perfect nigga.
Yeah, or just
than
like,
these just wolves in sheep's clothing. Like,
yeah. I mean, somebody got to deal with them. Or just move to another state where neither one of y'all know y'all. You know? So,
yeah.
All right. Speaking of opinions, we usually talk about, like, you know, family members and our parents liking our spouses. What about your friends? I guess we kind of already talked about this, but, like, say your friend really just don't fuck with your partner. Like, are you kind of saying, I'm still fucking with that nigga? Or is it fuck your friend? Like, what you feeling? Because I feel like it's with our family, I think we both said, like, we know it's not going to really work. Yeah. If our parents or our family doesn't really like our partner. But, like, what about your friends?
It depends on longevity. I could still make it work, but I know it's only so far it can go. Same with family. My family doesn't like a nigga. Doesn't mean I'm automatically just going to be like, well, it's not going to work. Yeah. I'm going to stop bringing him around my family, and I'm going to keep doing what I do with this nigga. Yeah. And eventually we're going to have to part ways, but don't mean I'm just going to cut him off. Same with friends. Like, I mean, you've not liked Dildo Boy. Y'all didn't really care for him.
It's not that we didn't really care. We just didn't really vibe with him.
Yeah, I mean, he was a square. You know?
But I mean, I felt like he was a good match for you. Yeah, you know, but he didn't really do nothing like where we would just be like, fuck that nigga.
Well, I guess that's true.
You know,
yeah,
he was like, we definitely tolerated him for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm trying to think, like,
I feel like you didn't really have an ex that I really was like, I mean, your ex in college, but that was like after everything because we was all cool. But as far as like me really being like, Lex, I don't fuck with that nigga. Don't bring him around. I don't want to kick it with your skate with your nothing. Like, I don't think we've ever had those moments.
But also our friends and us, I mean, unless it's been something crazy, like a nigga really, well, I guess he did put his hands, but like, we're not the type. I feel like we give each other space. Yeah, like we don't. I've never looked at you and been like, "I don't fuck with him." So like, you just have space and you have boundaries. Yeah. Like, so friends, like, I mean,
I agree with what you said, though.
I mean, as long as that nigga, he better not be telling me to pick. I mean,
that's true.
Other than that, we can make, you don't got to be around them and they don't got to be around you, honestly.
No, I agree. I think, like, I probably would not immediately cut you off because my friend don't like you. I would try to just ride it out, basically. And then maybe either y'all start getting along, or if y'all don't, I feel like eventually it is probably going to die out. Yeah. So I ain't going to cut you off. I'm going to give you a little chance.
Yeah, I'm curious about people who have had... I'm curious about people who have had other experiences where that really does happen. Yeah. But it's some stuff that we talk about here where I realize, you know, our friendship isn't really that crazy.
Yeah, we don't really have like...
We don't deal with a lot of...
Yes. I be seeing these videos. It's so funny how these girls really be coming back from trips, and
I was about to say that.
We
don't have any girls trips from hell.
Never.
So it's only so much because I'm like, I can't relate.
But and honestly, I'm like, are these bitches really friends going on? I don't see y'all really being friends because for one, we so good of friends. We know each other. Like, we know when we on trips, when to give each other space.
I'm about to say, we don't talk to each other crazy. Yes. If somebody, we've had times where people have snapped.
For sure.
And we've given space. We don't get defensive. Like, we just give space. But
it's always respect.
Yeah. So, like, we're not perfect. People have snapped. People have gone back and forth. But we ain't never...
It never got to, like, throwing bows or nothing like that.
No. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, it's certain shit like this where I'm like... Y'all ain't never just fucked with a terrible ass nigga. It's so blatant that we can be like, I don't like him.
Tolerated here.
Right.
Never.
Okay, so like I said, I am on Hinge again. I'm trying to get back out there. I'm about to delete. I done already paused my profile. I said
that shit threw you off.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Okay, so I'm curious. Do you think that dating in Atlanta really is that hard, or are we like not even trying for real?
I feel like both. I feel like the reason why it is so hard is because motherfuckers is not trying like that. Like, I feel like it's crazy. I was just talking to my sister about this. Like, times have changed. Like, I think we are consumed with like social media. So I feel like we always talk about this. It's hard to like, you think you could get what you can't get on social media. Like that's not like reality, you know? So niggas is out here treating women like, oh, you know, she not the girl on social media. And women are out here dating like, oh, he not the baller that I see on social media. So it's like expectations is not reality today. And I really think that has a lot to do with dating.
Definitely. I came across this video and it's crazy because it's from like an OG podcaster, one of the first podcasts I ever listened to. Passport Cuddy. She was on another show and she kind of talked about this and it's what made me think about it. So I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
New York City, tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia. Talk to us and tell us what is happening.
Okay. Sorry.
They think they're doing a better job at dating than they really are. They're not doing a good job. They're staying at home. They are, you know, going out on 1 date, 2 dates. Oh, I did the dating app thing. I went outside. I go on vacation. I go out with my friends. I haven't found anybody. I'm like, you're going to dinner with your friends. You guys are at the table. You're looking at each other. You're not paying attention to anybody else. Like, you're not, like, there's no, you know, like, real exposure. And they just don't give it enough. And also, everybody looks from a physical lens. Like, it's a big thing. I tell them to get on the dating apps. They're like, everybody's ugly. I'm like, okay. So
you ugly.
Maybe that's the issue.
They ugly. They be thinking they something they not.
nobody really wants to like trust the process and like really do the process the way that it should be. I tell people all the time, if you went on 10 dates, I really don't care. You did not scratch the surface. Like there's millions of people. Like I don't want to hear about 10. I don't care. Go on 10 more. And then 10 more after that. But it's really just a frustration.
What is...
Okay. So it made me think, I'm like, damn, that is me. Like whenever I say I'm ready to date again, I'll get on an app. Bitch, I'm on the app for like a week. And even if I might not even go on a date off the app. If those first matches aren't really, I'm like, I'm doing it now. I'm like, see, I don't want to do that anymore. And I'm like, I be thinking that I'm in this mode to intentionally date, but I don't think that I've actually ever intentionally really dated in my life. Like, and do you think that you have? I know your answer. You haven't.
I don't think I have.
You haven't.
I don't think I've actually intentionally like been like, I'm dating this situation to like grow it and be into a relationship. Like,
or I'm going to put myself out there and go on multiple dates with multiple men. I feel like a lot of times it's like, well, I don't want to speak for you, but I know for you, a lot of times it's like, you're very much of like a right person, right time, or right place. Whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. Whatever is supposed to come to me will come to me freely. That's me. Name every spiritual quote that has to do with just letting your blessings come to you. Yes. Right. So it's like, you know, it's kind of like, so, and then me, maybe I'll be on like, I'm a little bit more intentional, but it'll be like, I'm on Instagram and maybe somebody that I've been flirting with says, let's go get a drink. And then that's how it happens. But I don't think I've ever just like, I don't know, been in a space to where I go on multiple dates in 1 week with different men.
Yeah, I mean, so I think everybody's like dating style is different. Like I do think women, if you are in that space, mental space to date multiple men, I do think you should go for it. But also it's okay if you're not. I don't think I'm in a mental space to date multiple men. Like just emotionally, mentally, that's a lot for me, you know? So I think I'm always been okay with being confined to dating like one person and then maybe another person. So don't think that you're not dating because you're not dating multiple people. You know, like that's okay.
And but, I mean, I'm talking about like early on. I think I do want to be in a phase where I go on multiple dates with men. I'm talking about first dates to where it's like just trying to see who's a good suitor, you know, versus meeting somebody and like buckling in on that.
Yeah, like I think that's when you really have real intentions about like wanting to be in something serious. Like you said, I'm just not out here like, oh my God, I gotta find somebody, so I need to go on this date. That's just not.
And see, I don't think
there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. You know, like I think I'm genuinely, truly like, if the person that's meant for me, whether I meet them on Instagram, in person, through a mutual friend, through somebody, I'm just never the type to like, I need to force dating. You know, like I need to like, I'm ready for a relationship now. Let me go just date. Like that's not my style, but I don't think it's wrong
Yeah.
you know, you doing that.
I feel like I'm trying to pick a side, right? Where it's like, okay, either you're one side of the fence, or you have the people who are like, I want to be married by this age.
Yeah.
I want to have a family by this age. I'm not there either.
Yeah.
And I think I would have to be there to be like, all right, I'm really going to put myself out there. But also, I do want a new nigga.
Yeah,
I
feel
haven't
it.
talked to a new one in forever. So I'm like, okay, are you going to put yourself out there? Are you just going to try to make yourself more visible? Go to the bar alone? I don't know. But I was thinking, have you ever done a speed dating event?
No, but I would.
Would
for
you
fun.
do it?
I would do it for
Bruh,
fun.
I will look one up.
I
And
would
do
go,
you want to go
Lex.
to
I would do it
just for fun to talk about for content? But I think that would be so fucking fun.
Yeah,
Me.
I would definitely do it.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
So you set that up, and I'm down.
Bet. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you know what would be fun
What?
if they had like a
What you-
co-ed one.
What you? Oh, like dating. I forgot you used to be a little.
Just like, you know, for the hell of it.
I forgot you used to be a little. I don't know.
Bi-
Curious.
Oh, it's on me. Okay, wild or wild not? Wild or wild not? Wild or wild not? Okay, wild or wild not? I'm single. I could do what I want, when I want, with who I want, but there's certain shit I won't do out of respect for who I want. Is that wild or wild not? I'm gonna go first.
Yeah. I gotta think.
I don't think that's wild.
Okay.
I think I do move accordingly sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not saying that like I'm not about to be out and about and like act like I'm in a relationship. I'm not gonna act like I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, if a man approaches me and he's interested, I might be talking to somebody I want, but you know,
You'll take the number?
exactly. I'm still single technically, which is what it said, right?
Yeah.
But let's say like on social media, I do move a certain way than when I'm just completely not talking to nobody whatsoever.
You're not randomly doing a black screen and going, single, ready to mingle?
I never do that. I hate people like that. Single, like, why are you announcing that? But I just think I do move a little different. Like, I think it's really out of respect. Like,
I don't know, Tay. You would move like that, period. You not just out there posting crazy shit regardless of who
yeah,
you
but
talking
when I'm
to.
not talking to nobody, I feel like it'd be
What would be different about your social media presence if you wasn't?
I would post a little more funnier jokes. A little more PG-13, not just, you know, PG.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll be a little more close friends posts.
Okay.
Yeah, not of me, but just like, you know, like funny shit.
God. She's like, more memes. If,
More like ain't shit memes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
about
gonna
you?
say that's wild. Although I have moved like that, and I think I've been stupid every fucking time. Like, bruh, even niggas that I'm like on the outs with, like, I will still lock this pussy away just so when we get back good, I can be like, yeah, and I haven't fucked no nigga since you. And this nigga not gonna say shit back. He ain't gonna be like, yeah, me neither. He just like, I don't believe you. I'm like, so what about you? Did you take a break during our break too?
You be asking dangerous questions. I would never ask somebody
Oh,
that.
girl, you crazy. Oh my, you hungry?
Girl.
You trying to roll up? Nah, I done forgot.
Take a shot.
But no, I have totally been loyal to niggas that weren't my nigga, first off. And even though I wanted them,
Is it a loyal thing?
them niggas
though?
wasn't loyal to me. I think so.
Because you was still like, I would still move like single. Like, I'm still talking to, if a nigga approached me, I'm still talking to him. You know, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm in a relationship.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm still texting people.
You know
I'm
what?
still
Let me
doing
say
stuff.
this. If it's like a front where like the nigga I'm talking to can see, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay.
I'm a flex.
So you want to be blatant. Out of
Right,
respect, like she
exactly,
said, out of
exactly,
respect, you're not
out of
gonna
respect.
blatantly.
Right. But I wouldn't say it's like loyal. Like, I ain't being loyal to you. Like, you ain't the only nigga that in my head I'm like, dang, I gotta only talk to him.
I may not be being loyal. I'm gonna make it seem like that way. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm always making it seem like I'm loyal.
exactly. Like, Because what's like the inverse of that is that walking
You
up
think
to
you
the
ain't
nigga
solid?
being like, damn, yeah, I did just get dick down before I came here, but we single, so
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
talk
do
to you
that.
about it. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
doing that regardless.
true.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with wild.
Okay.
I think it's wild because I want to stop doing that. If I'm single, I'm
single.
single.
Yeah.
Because that nigga's being single too. Like,
That's true.
You know, and I'm getting dragged along, and I'm like, damn, how could he do this? Bitch, he been doing it. He
That's
been doing
real.
it.
Yeah.
You the one who stopped. He was doing it.
He been doing. He ain't never stopped.
And that nigga telling me, good job. Like, I love that. Of course he loves that about you, bitch. You, girl, give that pussy up. Give it up, bitch.
Okay, we don't always gotta give it up, but you know.
Well.
Well,
Okay, so I want to talk about something. We usually don't do hot topics, but I feel like we can get away with this because it's not like celebrity news or beef. I wrote a diss track. Yeah, bitch, because everybody been, hey, Lexi, you on a beat, ho, freak, ho, deep. Wait, it's to
I was
not
doing
like.
no. I was doing insecure when you be rapping.
I was trying to do it on the mustard beat. They not like us. Okay, never mind. Okay,
I'm not
anyways.
a fucking engineer now, bitch. I can only give you what I got.
All right, I feel you. So I want to talk about this video that went viral of this young black male teacher. He's sitting at his desk. He took the time to set up his camera, and he has like 3 young students. It's a free period. I want to put that there because everyone's like, why are y'all doing this during school time?
Okay.
During a free period, he has set up his camera and he has the girls unbraiding his hair. This caused a lot of uproar and talks about boundaries. And I'm curious. You said you weren't really familiar with what's going on with that. Just off the top, what are you thinking about that?
I'm torn because I do love them teacher-student videos. Like, I'm literally one of those people that watch TikTok, and most of them are like teachers. And like, I've never seen a situation that, from my point of view, where I'm like, ooh, that was a little too much. I think it's kind of like, but there is a thin line.
There's a very
That's the
thin
thing.
line.
There's a thin line. But I haven't seen it cross from what I watch.
And I come across that content too, and I follow some of
Yeah.
those teachers, but a lot of times it's the teacher the ones I watch. It'll be like the teacher has the camera on them.
Never on
and
the
you just hear
kids.
the kids
Yes.
speaking, right?
So he had the kids showing.
Yeah, they're showing.
Okay,
So now
yeah.
there's speculation
Yeah.
that he had a form going around that parents signed where they agreed for kids to be on screen and all that. Some people are debunking it, saying that's not true, but regardless, I personally don't think that teachers should be posting children's faces on social media. Anytime I've worked with kids, I've made sure not to. But also, I was like at-risk youth, so of course I'm not going to post the picture of a kid at a mental hospital. But I think teachers, period. I did follow a guy who did that a lot.
I'm just seeing because I hadn't. Okay.
Yeah. So I used to follow a guy who was a teacher, and he used to post the faces of like the kids all the time or whatever.
okay.
And I thought that was weird. I didn't like that. And it is about boundaries. So a lot of people are saying that it's we're sexualizing it because it's a man and it's little black girls, and maybe we're not used to teacher-student relationships that are close, or you've never really bonded with a teacher. And I'm the first to admit I've never had a relationship like that with a teacher. Like, there was very much boundaries. Like, I had teachers I liked, and I think they liked me too. I never put my hands in a teacher's hair or never got that comfortable. And I don't know if that's the times that we were in, and maybe it's more lax now. But
You know what? From seeing that video, I don't agree with it.
you don't agree with what? Him doing that?
Yeah, it seemed a little too much.
So now they have brought up other videos where there was this white lady who had braids and she was getting her hair taken out, or there was this black girl who had braids getting her hair taken out, and people didn't see it as much of a problem until he did it.
Okay, so, and maybe I'm being sexist, but sometimes it is a gender thing. Like, I feel like when you're a teacher and there's students, there are certain times when a male teacher can't be in the room, but a female teacher probably should be in the room. So I do feel like you having like young girls like just sitting there taking out your hair, it could look like a boundary. It could look like you crossed the line, like, because you are a male teacher.
Yeah.
So I could see how a female teacher, she's getting her hair taken out by young girls. it is a difference, and it does look weird sometimes, you know. So I do think he crossed the line a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't think it has to be about it being sexual or anything like that.
Yeah.
But as teacher, and I don't know if I'm just outdated. I feel like maybe I'm just old, but I'm just like, since when has that ever been okay?
Yeah,
to be
facts.
That familiar with your teacher or with anybody. And sometimes I think that when you're in these certain places, like I often talk about like preachers and how they should act a certain way. And it's like, well, they're still human. Or even when we look at celebrities and they act a certain type of way, but they have a platform, they should act different. I think that when you're in these positions of power or authority, it's unfortunate, but sometimes you do have to go out of your way to have boundaries or to make sure things don't look a certain way or that's just how it is, period. Like, and everybody has to do that with their jobs. And I can't do certain things at my job.
Yeah, but I feel
because it's not appropriate.
Especially with kids. Like, I feel like that's like kind of overpower every other job. You know, like, because those are kids. So you really got to watch what you do and how you move when you around those kids.
Especially as a man, you know, it's one of those double standards, you know, and it's not, you know, that's a double standard that men have, but it's not like women don't have double standards with stuff. Sure. So it's like, it's kind of like when you see like celebrities take pictures with fans or something, and some, you know, married ones will make sure hands are like this. Like they won't even, they'll do this.
Yeah,
it's lights around, it's people, their wife could be there, right? But they're like, I know I'm not doing anything wrong. Y'all know I'm not doing anything wrong. But you know what? I'm going to be extra sure to make sure everybody sees I'm not embracing this attractive female fan back, you know, because it's not, some stuff is stuff that you shouldn't have to do. But in this day and age, you know, optics.
Yeah.
And also I feel like he put out a video that he knew was going to get backlash. That's one of those things that I do get irritated with when I'm all about content and doing things for a reaction. What I don't like is when you do things for a reaction and you know there's going to be reaction. And then when you get the reaction that you know is going to make the video viral, now you're like, oh my God, how could they?
Hiding your hands and like.
You knew. I think even in the video, he's like, I know people might feel a type of way. So like, why would you play with your job like that? Like that's what, even if that's what you're doing without a camera, why would you prop up a camera to let people see you doing this as a teacher? Like, I just thought that was a dumb move on his part.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad I saw the video because I feel like I would have had a different approach or opinion, but it was definitely inappropriate. It was inappropriate.
Not to drag it out, but
not to drag it out. She about to drag it out.
You know, I've been seeing there's other people who are like, y'all just probably have trauma or like dirty minds. It's not that serious or whatever. And I saw one guy who was a coach. Ooh, did I screenshot it? I sure did. It was a guy that was a coach. And I was like, I mean, he made a point, but like, okay. So he said, after watching the teacher get fired, I will no longer be picking any of my basketball players up or dropping them off at home after practice. And if you a coach, you should think the same way. I'm only coaching so parents make sure y'all asses theirs on time. Like y'all said that man was being unprofessional for letting girls take his hair down. It's unprofessional for me to have y'all kids in my car when gas is $3.14. Don't argue, just bring your ass to the gym. And I'm like,
he said that, the teacher?
No, not him. This was somebody else who didn't agree with how we were reacting to him, saying like nothing was like, you know, and I get it. So I think that people's outrage, we should be clear to say that no, we don't think that he was sexualizing this. There was nothing sexual. It's just a matter of teachers and students having boundaries.
Appropriateness.
That's why these kids are talking to people crazy. Like I don't know.
This generation is
you can't
crazy.
let kids get super friendly. Kids don't need to get too friendly or cross bounds with teachers, you know? And then, you know, on one hand you got this happening. On the other hand, you got students slapping teachers and cussing them out because they think they y'all little friends. They think y'all are peers. Like they think they can
We did not grow up like, even though we had super cool teachers, we always knew that was still our teacher. That was still an adult figure. You know, we could kind of kiki and laugh, but we knew not to cross the line. They still didn't play at the end of the day. You know, like even in college, our professors, like we had super cool professors, But we knew them was not one of our little friends.
Right.
These kids today, they think y'all one of their little friends. And that's why they the way they are.
Or even he was like, since I've gotten fired, students have written letters.
I figured in
Some
my head,
have
I was
texted.
like, I figured he got fired.
I'm like, why are they texting you? Like, why do they have your number? Like, I'm like, maybe that's this day and age. But I'm like, what happened to office hours? What happened to emails? Email me during these office hours. You can call the phone during these office hours. Do they not do office hours anymore? Why? I don't know. And then the minute you get caught up in something, you're like, oh my God.
I didn't know I did anything wrong.
It's like you got a little too friendly, my boy. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Next topic. We almost at the end of the show. Okay. At this big ass age, what is one thing, and I feel like we kind of already talked about this earlier, what is one thing you learned from dating, or one piece of advice you can kind of give maybe other women dating or just someone else dating? Let me go first.
I'm like, what?
I would say one little piece of information that I would give will probably be like, don't force relationships. Like, just because you meet somebody, just because, you know, y'all vibe, he's a nice guy, you don't gotta just get in your head like, this about to be my husband, you know? So like, I really think just kind of, I'm not gonna say go with the flow, but just don't force relationships and situationships.
You learned that by observing? Because I don't think you went through that. You've always been a go with the flow. What relationship you done forced?
I've learned. I've matured.
I've never seen Tay force a relationship. I think you've always let them come to. Okay.
I mean, mentally, I might force it, but y'all don't know that.
Okay. I'm like,
nobody catch me slipping.
Okay.
But yeah. No, you ain't learned nothing.
No, I'm trying to see.
And to add on to mine, I think, you know, we should just accept people or situations for what they are. And I feel like if that situation or person makes you happy, then continue the situation. But if not, I think we need to learn when to walk away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have learned that if you know you're a person that holds on to things or can't get past things, leave the first time.
Okay.
Don't leave and come back. It's going to come back in another argument, and you're going to be in a situationship for years and years and years. Like, and maybe you are one of those people who, if this nigga cheated on you, you can get past it and move on like nothing happened. I don't think a lot of women are like that. I know I'm not like that, but habitually, I always end up going back and forth between niggas.
Yeah.
And then I end up hating them. And now I'm not talking to any of my exes. So I think I would have saved myself a lot of time if, oh, okay, you did this. And I've always like left in the moment if I would have just stayed gone. And then after a month of, I think I'm over it. And now I forget how mad I was. And I'm like, you know, I do miss him. And now I'm back in a relationship that isn't going to go anywhere. You should have
been out a long time ago.
Because it's already, I mean, it's ruined.
Yeah.
So
tainted. That's
my biggest thing. I was trying not to say that word. I was specifically trying not to say that word. So yeah, that's mine.
Okay. All right. So make sure, you know, hopefully our advice heals you to your next situationship or relationship. Okay. Movie, shows, books. I'm still watching the same shit. I told y'all about Sex in the City, right?
You talking about Blue Bloods last time.
Oh, I'm on Sex in the City now, y'all.
Okay.
Ooh, good.
Okay. What season you on?
I think it's 6 seasons. I'm on 5.
Okay.
So I've been binging.
Okay.
But you know, I'll be letting shit play too.
What you watching on HBO?
Hulu.
Hulu. Oh, Hulu has Sex
I guess I could watch it on HBO, but Hulu just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Girl,
no, I lied.
It is HBO.
Netflix. It's on Netflix. No commercial. I'm like, I don't be watching commercials.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely on Netflix.
I've been watching a few things. Okay, so
you always got a list.
Girl, recently I got into Love is Blind, South Africa. No, not Love is Blind. Not Love is Blind. The Ultimatum.
Yeah, I think Sage should text me.
And you know what? I like The Ultimatum more than the Love is Blind.
I like The Ultimatum. That should be good.
Girl, I started it yesterday and finished it yesterday. That shit is so fucking good, bitch. I'm like, oh.
It's probably way more entertaining too.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna add that to my list.
So that one's good. So I just finished it. Also, I was up late and this show comes on, I want to say Bravo maybe, and it's called like Love Undercover, and it's where these like super rich and famous they call it football, but soccer players basically go undercover. They take off all their jewelry. They get like new, they make these fake profiles, and they get like these little files where it's like, okay, you're a general manager of a restaurant. You're a radio host or whatever. And so it starts off, they have their pictures up in this room. It's like their names, their pictures, and it's a little blurb about them. And these like 6 girls come in. And they're like, based off these pictures, I want to date Fabio. And like 4 bitches pick Fabio, and then like 2 other guys get picked. 2 guys don't get picked at all because they're like, damn, Fabio's getting everybody. And they're like getting really upset because they're like, if they knew who I was, like I've never had this issue before. Like,
nah, if they knew I had money,
girl,
they would be on my dick.
Yes.
Like.
So they go on these dates, and like one of the girls like a super gold digger. She's like, yeah, I picked him because he's handsome. No, first off, she was dumb as fuck. She was like, I like French guys. And so she saw the flag. She's like, I'm going to pick him because he's French. And they're watching this, and he's like, the French
Dominican
flag.
Republic.
It was like Dutch. So they have the same colors, red, white, and blue, but one is vertically going down, and then one is red, white, and blue like that. So he was like, she got the flags wrong. And so then he had to tell her like, I'm a general contractor. And so she's like, I don't think he'd be able to afford my lifestyle. Like, she's a super gold digger. She don't know she talking to a filthy rich ass nigga. So it's just been really good.
That shit would piss me off because I'd be like, bitch, can you afford your lifestyle?
Girl, and then
I couldn't do that shit.
Girl, this one black girl, she's a journalism major, and so she goes on a date with one of the guys, and they're terrible liars. And so she's like, yeah, what's that tattoo? Oh, is that a soccer ball? He's like, oh, yeah. Or she's like, well, what sports do you like? And he's like, oh, I like soccer. She's like, what team? And he's like, I can't say my team. He's like, like, so in her little confessional, she's like, something's off. I can always tell when a man is lying.
Yeah.
So then they have this mixer where all the girls come together and all the guys come together. And, you know, it's getting a little catty because the bitches are learning that 3 other bitches done went out with Fabio. And he's like gravitating towards this one black girl. And so the white girl's jealous as fuck. Like, she out there like, I'm kind of cold. And he's like, well, let's go inside. And she's like, I kind of wanted him to give me my jacket. And then they go inside, and he gives the black girl with the braids his jacket. And she's like pissed. I'm like, damn, bitch. But the black girl's talking to other guys throughout the show. And in her confessional, she's like, something is going on here. I can always tell when men are lying to me, and these guys are up to something. And they're like, bro, this bitch is going to blow our cover. So it's really good.
Okay.
And then I'm going to see The Strangers on Sunday. I'm excited about that.
That sounds scary.
They already have a Strangers movie, but they redid it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So I'm excited to go. It is scary.
Yeah,
But I'm going by myself too. So I'm really
bitch, I don't see how. Are you going at night? Please
5
don't go at night.
p.m.
No, not at
When I come out, it's going to be dark.
No, it's
But
not. Thought she was slick.
But I'm going at a time where there's going to be other people, because sometimes I go like in the middle of the day.
You go by yourself.
And nobody else be in there. I'm like,
bitch, you're
damn,
weird.
no one else wanted to watch this.
You're a weirdo.
So, yeah.
Okay, if you had a MySpace, what would your MySpace song be?
Mine is gonna be, have you heard of that guy 4 Bats? I know you have.
Yeah.
You did a song by him before. Okay, he came out with an album, and bitch, it's actually really good.
Okay.
There's a song called Act 5, and it's called There Goes Another Vase. Bitch, I love that song. I've been running it into the ground. And it's all very smooth, like the beat is cute. The beat it reminds me of the beginning of Moesha, kind of. And I'm sure it's different, but that's what it comes into, and I'm like, damn, this shit is good. Like,
okay, send me that song.
I'm listening to R&B by a nigga who wears a ski mask. Like, so yeah, but it's really good.
Okay. I am going to go with the Tims. Love Me. Yeah.
I do like that one.
I don't know how to, they language be a little. But yeah, that shit good. I like it. I love Tims though. So Yeah.
You are a Tim's girl.
I am a Tim's girl.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to season 2, episode 27. I'm glad my girl is back, safe and sound.
Yep. Back to the States.
Exactly. And I want you guys to keep listening, catch up on the old shit, share, like, subscribe, all of that at Women's Intuition. You can find me at, I mean, it depends where, because like on my Twitter's different from.
Yeah.
But I think Instagram is like lexstillbelike.jpg and
mine's is I think _ Taylor Nicole _ it might be 3 underscores.
I say, why you think your shit been the same?
Yeah, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 underscores.
Oh, all right.
So, but it's Taylor Nicole.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Bye.